Good morning, guys. Hope you guys are doing well. I know you haven't seen me vlog in a very long time, but you know what, Lisa. I think I established that vlogging is not really my thing, but I am gonna vlog on important occasions. If I attend an event and I feel like it's gonna be fun, I'm gonna do that. So today is the UnlimitedFest24 day 1. So I'm skiing on thin ice. My hair is not done because Uno not decided which she'll do it in the morning. My nails are not done, like wishy, but I will make sure that I get it done. So I'm gonna try as much as possible to vlog the most important parts of the day, because I hope I really don't forget, because I haven't done this in a very long time. I even still have footage from last year that I need to edit and put in. You guys should let me know if you want to see those vlogs or if I can just forget about them. But I hope you guys enjoy this vlog. So now I'm gonna go do my hair and do my nails. It's literally 7 o'clock in the morning, and then I'm hoping to be done with everything at least by 10. Then I'm gonna go to my sister's house, because I do unlimited first with my sister. Like, it's like our sister time. So I'm gonna go to her house, and then we should be able to leave. If I'm done at 10 and I get to her house within 15 minutes or so, let's say by 10:30, we should be leaving the house, because I know she'll probably be done, because she's probably doing her makeup right now. Like, that's how much of a punctual person she is. And then registration starts at 12, but we're aiming to be there at least by 11:30, so that we're settled, we're not rushing or anything like that. So yes, let's have a look inside Unlimited Fest 2024. Let's go. Hi guys, I come back. So my nails are done. I really love them. They are done. I love the color, but my hair, lo mama angazi shame, angazi mhlawumbe zoba ngcono mase sifaka ama makeup, but it's not make sure. Anyway, let me just quickly do my face and then we're good to go. Breakfast, bye bye yo. And guys, that's on Kyalami. Welcome to Kyalami. The last time we were here, it was Banner Boy's concert. And now we are back again. Ritseni Kamohari Unlimited Fest 2024. Hi guys, I'm Ritseni, my birthday. And I haven't vlogged in a long time. I'm actually vlogging. And we are here. Yes.
I saw you at the sister in movie.
Yes.
And I knew that I was going to be bored and go back to Joburg. And I went back to Joburg, not knowing what I was going to do. And then I tricked my mom into case.
There as well. Let's. I don't know if I'm gonna cause a
Hey, Employment Wednesday family.
It's not even employment. Can you vlog this family?
I'm a temple.
Why temple and then such vlogs and
have you seen my girl?
Like,
have you seen my girl? Like, have you seen the gems that she's been putting out lately?
You look so
like, have you? Thank you, baby. Man, I'm loving the fit. Can we just admire her fit, guys?
I told my.
I like it. She's so gorgeous.
Hello.
Well done. So we definitely get woken up by the kids in the morning, every morning, to show us what they were in school, to ask for help with their bags that they decided were now their problem. So, but most of the time we would have just gotten into the house either from studio or from a gig. Excuse me, I think that another thing is we love being in studio so much that if the kids are sleeping, back we in studio. So we stay up a lot in the nights. And then I do Pilates and prayer, which is a great big thing for me for balance. I do Pilates and prayer. I don't go to gym. I actually can't go to gym. Yeah. Like, I can't do it. And people always think it's because maybe fans are gonna bother me. No. The people that work at gym are the reason I don't go to gym. Guys, how do you deal with those guys at gym? The guys that work at gym, they're always trying to help you, trying to talk to you.
Get a trainer, then they won't bother you.
I left. I'm training at home using YouTube videos for the last 6-7 years now.
Yeah, that's how she got her dad.
So I do Pilates and then I pray and then I start my day. I do a lot of my admin in the morning. And then I leave to go to, but today I have to be in makeup at 11. And then when I'm in makeup, then I have access to my phone and my laptop. I'm always working, guys, like all the time. Like the blade took me for a massage, and then I was thinking, and I thought of an idea, and I actually looked for my phone. So my phone is in the alarm card. Jeez, that's the thing. So the reason I don't feel guilty about work is because I've found a way to just put work into everything that I do.
Integrated, yeah.
And I don't feel guilty about it. I don't feel guilty about it. Like, I love working. Like, it fulfills me to work.
Yeah.
So I'm always working. I'm always thinking of ideas. I'm always thinking of, like yesterday, we had a bride at the house. An innocent bride. Very well, badly organized. It was organized by me and Ligao. Ligao is my friend who owns Strip. That's another thing I'm going to tell you. Find the right friends. Ligao owns Strip. So we decided to host a bride innocently. We didn't have enough food. We didn't know, but someone figured it out. It takes a village. But it became a listening session for my new song that's coming out. Sure. Because I find a way to integrate work into everything I do.
Yeah.
And just because I've got the right people around me, they understand the things that I do. And I think that's also the blessing for me who's in business, because we know business is not 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Like,
24 hours.
it's 24/7, and especially for our businesses, guys. Like, you know, when you
Hi guys. Good morning, guys. Very clean, you know the story, Samsung. That's why I was a Mpoomy pets. Did you know? I want to tell you a story about Apple. Like, they're in trouble. My phone might be taken back. Anyway, guys, whatever you do, get a VIP experience, because I feel like it buys you convenience. So right now, get yourself convenience because you bypass process. You know. Anyway, I'm still saying, Uguti. Hi, madam. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
It's good to see you. Hello.
This is Vali, my friend.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice to meet you. I thought you in Dubai. When
We're here at UnlimitedFest24.
yes,
And the
listen.
line is long, but the girls are looking fat.
Listen. Everybody's looking great.
Everybody's looking amazing. And Rona, how was day one?
Awesome.
Yeah, what did you
Like,
get up to?
Top tier
Monica
experience.
Bentley.
Listen,
Go
Monica
Monica
Bentley, I was manifesting. Guys, the people are here. The people are ready. The people are here. The people are gorgeous. The people are ready. You know where it's at, I always start with coffee. Who are you sending millions? You look like you're talking money. This girl, I want you guys to see her properly because I asked her nicely. I borrowed her my Balkari shades. And I asked her nicely, Steve, you know the Steve we need to match. And she says, oh no, the sunglasses are in the car. Guess what? We didn't check. We get to the venue, the glasses are not in the car. Guess what was the solution? That's why sisters are for sharing. And just like that, it's high like one thing about this one, since she started gym, bums, she'll give us bums. And guys, we're in Riteni. This is Era by DJ Zentle. It's so pretty. So tabe kakhulu. And just like that, Rabatena. And we going in. We going in. Unlimited, unlimited, unlimited. Which way are we going? Unlimited?
Straight. We're supposed to go this.
Yay! Small girl doing big things. So proud of the hun. Oh. And woo! Sorry. Select seating. Unlimited first.
You're trying the Morello and she's trying the elderflower.
Kunini ngikhala unganginaki. That's when I ucabanga ukugula. Ukudla kuyagulisa. Hayi, ukudla is meant to nourish you. You can enjoy food and have a good time.
Please don't say that about our gin.
Thirst.
And power. Then God said, "Let us make man in our image, according to our likeness, not physical, but a spiritual personality and moral likeness, and let them have complete authority." From the beginning of time, before I was formed, before you were a thought in your lineage, we had complete authority. Before pain and rejection gave us a new name, we were chosen to bear fruit and dominate. Before the rape, the failure, before the cancer, the insecurity, the adultery, the rejection, before the death of a mother, thus resulting in the death of our dreams, and before the thought of a new day weighed heavily on us, He blessed us. Granting authority, He said, "Be fruitful, multiply, and fill the earth." But sin came and made us sick in our faith. We judged Peter when he started to sink. We judged his lack of faith. But when last did you leave the known for the unknown? Have you tried walking on water? I judge him no more because I stepped out and I thought I believed. Until the winds and waves got higher and higher and I started to sing. God, is it you? God, is this you? Tell me it's you and I will run. It's Him. I know it's Him. But I expected the no. Why would it be faith if I know the way? Why would I need Him if I can just heal myself? Fix myself, lead myself. Faith is hope, but without evidence. Hear me clearly. Faith has no evidence, only a knowing that God is with you. God, if it's you, tell us to come. We are tired of cycles, stagnancy, poverty, pornography, broken homes, trauma, insecurity. We know there is more. You said you came that we may have life and life in abundance. But what does it take? God, if it's you, what does it take to return to my original state? God, if it's you, an unlimited need. Surrender. One day, one step, one moment at a time. Give me your pain, give me your anger, give me your vengeance, give me your ego. You can choose to keep it or choose to heal it, but you can't have both. Walk with me and let me tell you who you are. You are my child, a chosen one, a royal priesthood. I call you holy, my own special child. You are healed, you are unlimited. Trust me and I will show you how. I have blessed you.
This is my prayer. Only you can change my life. Only you for your mercy. Oh, Jesus.
Guys, whatever we do, let's give Brandon his flowers. Yeah.
Welcome to UnlimitedFest24, the Healing Edition. When we declare healing, we declare war. I'm emotional today as I look at old. Because when a black woman knows who she is and who she belongs to, she changes nations. Foundations. Oh God. Foundations. What's your foundation? Think about it. What's your makeup? How's your mom? How's your dad? There's a reason why we have identity issues when we don't know our fathers and we don't know our mothers. We are those people. We are the genetic made, and it affects how we act out, it affects how we behave, it affects how we walk in the purpose that God has set out for us. What's your family like? What's the sickness cycle in your family? What's the belief cycle in your family? Are you going to follow it? Are you going to follow it? You're not sure?
Some of it.
Some of it is good? Yes. All of us have good, right? Yeah. And that's why I mentioned the good and the bad. But we have to identify where we come from. Our foundations. We do not choose our foundations. We do not choose where we come from. We don't choose our DNA. And we don't choose what happened to us. But we get to break them down and decide, this shall not be my foundation. We get to decide that this shall not be my foundation. And I choose the foundation of the one who knew me before I was formed in my mother's womb. I get to choose the foundation of the one who said in John 15 verse 6, I chose you. You did not choose me. I chose you so that you may bear fruit in my Father's name. But it comes with its things. It comes with obedience. It comes to say, God, I have every right to hold on to this anger. I have every right to be rebellious. And you know what? You can get to keep your pain. God still loves you. Or you can get to say, over to you. Turn to your neighbor and ask her, what are you choosing?
What are you choosing? I'm choosing healing.
Are you still asking the question? Or having a full-blown conversation? I know you didn't choose to be rejected. I know a lot of, trust me. I know rejection. And it's easy after you've been rejected to question your worth. It's not about you. When someone rejects you, I heard of someone that says, think of it as God protecting and hiding their worth from them because they're not meant to be the ones who accept you anyway. So yes, we are rejected. Yes, we are going to be rejected. I feel this abuse. I feel every sting. But I release it because my call is greater. So today, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna dance, we look cute, we're gonna do all sorts of things. But before we start, we're gonna say it, and then we're gonna take a deep breath, okay? I'm gonna say something, and you're gonna go after me. I release fear.
I release fear.
I release failure.
I release failure.
I release bitterness.
I release bitterness.
I release anger.
I release anger.
And I accept joy.
And I accept joy.
So today, you and I are here to restructure the foundations. We are here to break what no longer serves us. We are here to confront. Hear me clearly. Not pretend it doesn't exist, that doesn't serve you. It's going to come back 10 years later and then you're going to take it out on other people. No. We're going to see it, we're going to identify it, and then we're going to break it. Whether we break it through therapy, whether we break it through prayer, church, whatever you need, we are going to identify, we are going to release, we're going to break it, and we are going to do the healing work, right? We are going to restructure foundation, and it's going to take work. I wish I could give you a pretty version of healing. This is pretty enough, but the healing work is not pretty. It's messy, it's ugly, but once you are firm, you will stand. And when you are well, you will show up well. So the next time you show up in this room, repeat after me again and listen and talk to your girl pal. Girl pal.
Girl pal.
Next time.
Next time.
I walk in this room.
I walk in this room.
I will walk with grace.
I will walk with grace.
I will walk with kindness.
I will walk with kindness.
I will walk with confidence.
I will walk with confidence.
I will walk with fulfillment.
And I will walk with fulfillment.
I will walk with alignment.
And I will walk with alignment.
You will know my story.
You will know my story.
That I chose healing.
That I chose healing.
I have seen distractions try to take me out. I've seen all sorts of build-ups try to make me bitter. But now that I know, I do not accept it. I allow it to happen. I accept that it's happening, but I do not allow it to live and sit inside of me. He has to sing the song. I think you were wearing sneakers. You were wearing sneakers. White sneakers. I think you were wearing white sneakers. And my dad said, "Yo, I'm going to go to my day of food."
How would I want to be asked out? How would I want to be asked out? No, I would love to be asked out. I think I want my partner to just kind of be like, yeah, me. I get it, this is a hypothetical.
We needed money so badly.
Yo, it was super. It was tough times. But it wasn't tough at the time. It was tough.
And if there's more pros than cons, and you can, for me, it's about building a life. That's how I've always looked at relationships. Looking at relationships long term, yes, attraction is amazing and whatnot, but the foundation will be, can we build something sustainable together? Can we live together? Because hardships are going to come, things are going to happen. We're going to have to do a festival. Now I must also be involved. So, can I actually do it in the long run?
Yeah.
So I would say if someone showcases a lot of strengths in a partnership building aspect, that for me that's how I knew it. And I'll tell a quick story. One time I was out, I was doing my gigs, I was still a young boy, I still look like that video. And I used to do this thing, I still do it now, I just bought a new car, and I used to spin my car, like I'd play around with my car, and I'd spin it in the rain, and it was fun. And this one time I spun it and it crashed. And so I had a system where my money was saved with my mom. And so to get my money, I'd have to call my mom and say, Mom, I need you to transfer the money. And this time I think it was like 3 a.m. in the morning. And we had just started dating. Probably like 2-3 months.
Yeah.
And the only person I could think of who could get me out of that situation was Mpoomy, right? So I called Mpoomy at like 3:30 in the morning. And I said, hey, I've just been in an accident. Can you please send me 3.5? I need to fix my bumper so I can go home. I'll pay it back on Monday. I stressed that part. I'll pay it back on Monday. And to my surprise, the guys were dating 2 months. Her response was, okay, cool, send me your account number. And this is a student.
I'm a student.
She was a student at the time.
That's like financial wisdom.
Yeah. But what I learned from that moment, and this is why I say about patterns, I learned that Mpoomy is the kind of person, even if you put yourself in a ditch, you can trust in her to help you get out. And so my entire perspective about our relationship changed from that moment. Because from that moment, I knew I could build a life with this person. Because now I've got a support system. So yeah, I don't even know what the question was.
Not to mention.
But then I made you back.
Okay, you made me back. But I had a gut feeling that said to you, don't go anywhere that night. And you're like, no.
Yeah, she did tell me, guys. Before I went out there, she did tell me. Because I wasn't even gigging. I was just out and I was in the streets. And she told me no.
So how do you think, sorry for pointing, how?
So you need to make sure that you have a set of friends that will tell you what is right.
Rosie, you have something incredible coming up? Thank you, baby. Hold on for me 1 second. I have good news. I have a book coming out. Coming to you on national stores.
And I think that just shifted my perspective a little bit. I think that was something that I needed to settle me. I needed to hear that to kind of just settle the rush, hey, look, such and such. I had like 3 dating apps type of craziness, you know? And I think I'm just now at this point of just surrender. Because she spoke about how sometimes you can meet someone that is so wrong for you, in a sense that there's things that God has placed inside of you, of course, you know. And if you meet someone that is not right, he can steer you or she can steer you in the wrong direction. And that would be such an injustice to God, you know, and kind of like the journey that He's trying to put me on, you know. And I've always known great women, and even just as a little girl, I've always known I was meant for such bigger things, you know. And I would hate to see myself not live in that truth, just because I have been in this constant rush, you know, to meet these timelines that who knows who said, you know. And I was telling my friend Tando, she's like, oh, how's the relationship with God? And I was like, you know what? God has become my friend now, you know. And she's just like, what? And I was like, it's because I'm so isolated, you know. And often I feel so lonely. not the part of the plan. This was not a part of the plan, but I did pray. Just in case anyone else is in a similar position, I do, just encourage you to invite God into your life as your friend, because it makes it so much better, to just know that you're not alone. Oh, man.
Nahleka bani? Sihlekile.
What's going on, ladies? It's so beautiful to see everyone looking so colorful at our Unlimited Wellness Fest. I hope you guys are ready. My name is Ayanda MVP, and I'm literally here to bring the musical vibes more life in. Are you ready? Yeah! Let's go!
Okay?
Yes.
I know you guys are already dancing with Diana MVP. I've seen all the videos. We're loving the content. Thank you so much for posting. Please don't stop posting. The next conversation. So I believe in vision boards. I believe in, yesterday I mentioned to the ladies, I believe in the timing of things. And when I started my podcast, we setting down. There we go. So when I started my podcast, I had a list of women that I wanted to interview, people really that I wanted to have a conversation, right? Mm-hmm. And I think my podcast has been running for 4-5 years now. Mm-hmm. And over time, I've been having conversations, and some really stretched me, and I felt like, okay, God, you threw me under the bus and it stretched me. But every conversation has made me a better version of myself. And this year at Unlimited Fest, I'll actually give the story. I knew, the venue that I needed to have. And if it wasn't going to be this venue, then I'd have to go back to the drawing board of if I'm doing Fest or not. And I came to the venue, and the venue was a go-ahead. So I was like, okay, so we're definitely doing this thing. And then it came to my guest, and I was like, okay, I know who I want to have. And we have to make it happen. Guys, when I tell you what it took to make it happen, but when God says yes, and when God says it's time, things happen. So I'm so excited to invite someone we grew up watching, we grew up idolizing, from actress to executive producer to entrepreneur. Ladies and gentlemen, let's stand and welcome God.
guessed how many people were going to be.
Me too.
It's both of us. Wow.
Thank you so much for honoring my invite. I think I mentioned to you when we had our chemistry call that I was so nervous because you're very private. Like, you give us like a little bit, but you're very private. So I'm like, I don't know what to expect from this lady. And the minute we got on a call and you said hello, everything in me went. So thank you.
You're welcome. Can I say hello to you?
Yes, please. Go for it.
Wow. First of all, this is a huge surprise, and I'll tell you why. I've traveled sub-Saharan Africa a lot, doing talks or just making appearances. And this would be the kind of welcome that I would get when I'm traveling, right? And not to say South Africans don't love us, we know they do. But I think I've just never really been in an environment where there are so many people, like a whole warehouse filled with beautiful people, and the screams and the shouts and the love, I feel all of it. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. I must mention before we start, we have women and men who've traveled from all over. I'm talking Botswana, Zambia, Namibia, Belgium, UK. We have people, South Africa. We have people from all over. But I'm going to start with, so I explained this yesterday, even with my conversation with Zitze. So this is how I
Actress with a stomach. I'll just take roles that accommodate this. If I'm able to hide it, I can hide it. I remember I got to shoot, it was an Australian series, it was called Okavango. At the time, they didn't know I was pregnant. I had to get on a horse, pregnant, they didn't know I was pregnant. I got to be chased by an elephant because we were shooting in the safari, and they didn't know I was pregnant. And there was a point in one of the scenes where I had to run on a stage in front of the cameras. But I think naturally I'm a very introverted person. And it's something that used to worry my dad a lot, because I think he thought I would underperform because I was too shy and too scared to put myself out there. For example, I would be in the debate club, but I wouldn't be the one on stage talking. I would rather be the one doing research. Yeah, I'd rather be the one doing research, taking notes, and the one behind the scenes. My sister, on the other hand, my older sister, beautiful woman, she was into pageants and stuff, and she was the more outgoing one, the more beautiful one. Like, I didn't even have a name. I was Kiki's sister. Right, she was Kiki and I was Kiki's sister, and I was very happy to be Kiki's sister. But this one time, my dad encouraged me to just rehearse with her when she was, getting ready for her competitions, to just rehearse with her, and I started doing it, and I kind of started enjoying it and getting a little bit of confidence. Doing drama at school, I did literature and English and speech and drama at school. I had an English teacher from the UK. His name was Mr. Byron. They called him Byron the boss. Very intimidating man, tall. Nobody liked Mr. Byron. Mr. Byron liked nobody. But Mr. Byron had a soft spot-ish for me, because it was almost like he saw something in me that I didn't see. And I remember I don't even know where he is right now, bless his soul. I remember Mr. Byron saying to me one day that he walked with a stick, and he actually threatened people with that stick. So when he said you, like, he was pointing that stick at me, and he said, you are going to be a star one day. So he almost spoke that into my life, and I don't even know why he said that when he said it. All I know is I loved performing. And every time I performed, I felt like someone else. A part of me just celebrated. when I was performing. There was a time I was doing traditional dance, Tswana traditional dance, at school as well, and my parents were there. And then some lady started crying watching me dancing. I was skinny and scrawling, but you know, traditional dance, I loved it. And then she asked my mother, is that your daughter? And my mom said, yes. And this woman was just crying, and she said, your daughter is special. And my mom said, I know. And my parents also just in themselves, they spoke so much life into me. I think they affirmed me so much. They believed in me more than I believed in myself. And where I am today is not anything I even visualized when I was a kid. Because I grew up in Botswana and the entertainment industry there at the time was non-existent. So I do believe, yes, certain steps are ordained by God. And yes, He will give you clues to say, this is who you are going to become. Or give the parents, the people that will get it, like your parents. Like I think my parents knew.
They could see it.
They could see it. They knew who I was going to become before I could see it.
Yeah. Have you always been a disciplined person, or should I ask?
Let's give another round of applause.
Be well, show up well, and show up for yourself.